Well, Latrice people, my inquisitive crew, let's talk about the most recent episode of Bell Collective. Now, it picked up with Letitia and Latrice having a chat still, and I thought it was nice that Letitia took her aside, and she seemed quite genuinely concerned, about Cliff and his controlling ways. So, and obviously everybody else does too. So I'm glad she brought that to her. And, Latrice can see that there's issues, and I'm glad that she admitted that, yes, he is quite controlling. So I thought that was nice of Letitia. Now, speaking of Letitia, I thought it was interesting when she went to the radio station with Tambra. And, I like that Tambra just seems to be minding her business. I do feel like her voice has come down a couple octaves this season, but she's still quite, nasally and high-pitched. Although, interestingly, when she was doing her intro on the radio, I feel like she sounded a bit weird. Did she sound a bit deeper voice there? Like, is it just me? But anyway, like I said, I think that she minds her business, and, I think it's really nice that she still showed support to Letitia, particularly after Letitia was quite messy with Marie going to meet the stalker guy that had, that she had issues with, just being fast and in the people business. Now, Latrice, I have to say that I forgot to mention before that I'm pretty sure she called Cliff Zaddy again in one of the conversational parts that she has. And I'm like, didn't you just say last week you're going to stop calling him Zaddy and call him by his name, Cliff, or at least hubby? But anyway, what I thought was interesting is when she turned up at her shop, carrying all this stuff, and her employee, Josh, is there giving her attitude and talking about ain't got nothing to do with him. So I'm like, I just don't understand this guy yet. So you was chatting in her business last time. Now you kind of giving me kind of like frenemy vibes. Like, is he your friend? Is he your enemy? Is he a bit of both? Like, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from him. Particularly when he seemed quite, happy to give her the information that, he doesn't think the girls like her. So I just felt like, well, she seemed a bit kind of excited to kind of put that in her atmosphere. She all seems quite happy and whatever. So I don't know. I just think it gives me kind of frenemy vibes at the moment. Now, we see Aisha go to the doctor with Soguchi. I thought it was nice that Soguchi went with her, but I'm still side-eyeing Gucci because I still feel like every moment she tries to throw shade. So I'm just like, still, Aisha, be careful. But anyway, Aisha went to go see the doctor and talk about her high blood pressure. And I thought it was, good that she wanted to explore alternatives before getting into medicine. But I think it's also good that she's showing this as part of her story. Now, of course, Latrice had her little announcement to make about her new edge tamer. And I thought it was nice that she was able to, share that great news about, getting nationwide for her edge control in 120 stores. I think that's really good news. And at least her friends were happy, to see it, unlike her husband, Cliff. At least these guys showed that they were happy for her news. Well, mostly all of them, apart from Soguchi. He seemed to be throwing shade at every moment she can get. I'm like, why are you there? It's just there to come and bring your bad vibes. Didn't you guys clear the air already? Like, why is she holding on to this? And it's quite interesting with her because I felt like when she first came on the show, I felt like, yeah, she seems okay. But at the moment, I just keep side-eyeing her because I'm just like, is this the real you? Is this what we're seeing here? Because why are you throwing shade? Just come and support the thing, innit? Now, let's get to this ladies' brunch, the brunch that Letitia threw. And, she had the panel. And what's interesting is everyone's going around talking about now, Latrice was drunk. But, excuse me, didn't they start off the panel all with shots? So I'm like, why are you starting with shots? And then everyone's got glasses of drink when they're sitting on the panel as well. And I don't necessarily feel like Latrice said anything that was really bad. I don't think she meant anything bad by it. I felt like most 9-to-5ers a lot would relate. And some can relate and be like, yeah, absolutely. Some might enjoy it. But I don't feel like she was necessarily just throwing shade. I feel like she's just being honest. She could have done it without the profanity. But I felt like she was just being real. I didn't think it was that big a deal. I felt like actually the other lady who made the mistake of talking about the real estate in the area, talking about is their houses worth 400 grand. Yeah, she made a big mistake, and it was good that Gucci came to sort that out. But all this jumping on the bandwagon about Latrice's drinking to cover her issues, when she did say she was nervous, that's why she went to have a drink to take the edge off, and maybe she had a bit too much. But I don't feel like she said anything necessarily that bad. I just think they're just making it into a big deal at this point. But anyway, what do you guys think?